Hello guys, what's up? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I am doing something for the very first time. I usually do not review fragrances when I put them in a list or something like that, but I want to do this side by side, okay? For the very first time, I'm doing a list which featured a fragrance which is Ultrared by Paco Rabanne, which is discontinued. Very hard to find kind of fragrance. I featured it and I think it made number two. Why did it make number two? We'll explain a little bit and do sort of initial impression. Perhaps after full wearing, after a few months, I'll do a full-on review, but just want to talk about it. I'm very, very excited, okay? So hopefully you guys are doing good. So as you can tell, there's no box here. I'm just putting it next to the elder brother is Ultraviolet Man, which I'm owning for a very long time. These are fragrances got forgotten over time, I guess. Excuse me. And these fragrances that nobody talk about, but given the circumstances, like fragrance releases, so many uninspiring fragrances, so many fragrances not really wow. At that time, I look for fragrances that I can score or get or review from, like from the past. So this is basically, I think, 2008 release, if I'm not mistaken. Like yeah, 2008 by Paco Rabanne. And I think this fragrance got discontinued somewhere in 2010 or 12 because it was not selling well. So we'll tackle all the points that I have, all the information. I have seen a lot of reviews of this. I would say Joey Canoli, his review was awesome. He is one of my best friends in the community. He's funny and he just absolutely nailed it with his humor. But if you really want to see like a proper review, like a full-on review, I think Mark's review is the one that I watched 4 or 5 years back when I started my journey. Since then, I really wanted. This is one of the fragrances kind of like in my bucket list. Few fragrances like Gucci Envy that I have now, and Gucci Rush. I want to try that. So say fragrances like YSL, M7. Few fragrances are missing in my review in my channel. So for that, I really want to review this. So thanks to one of my brothers who caught this and I bought it from him. I saw him getting it and I'm like, wow, I need that. So he bought another bottle, I guess. So thank you so much, Dr. Jafferi, for your awesome support. Okay, so let's start the review. So this fragrance, as you see, there's no box. There is a tester unit. So the generic box, there's nothing to show. The bottle is pretty much reminiscent of what you see in Ultraviolet Man. If you see my review on this one is known as, I would say, not close, but I would say this is very similar to, people say, Ralph Lauren Purple Label and also Blicker Street by Bond Number 9. So this is an awesome bottle, staple gun sort of style. I don't want to reflect my camera. Okay, it has this kind of like purple juice. Awesome bottles. So here, let's check it out. The red one, it features red bottle, but I think the paint, the way they make like kind of like a, like a spray on, or I don't know, whatever it is, this sort of like a shade of red and then transparent here. The juice is definitely not red. It's kind of like yellowish. It has this plastic here. Ultra Red Man, Paco Rabanne. This is where you spray it from. Okay, and here you find your batch code. So basically it says 02021. Okay, pretty nice looking bottle, even though this build quality is not good. It's glass, but this is plastic. So let's show you the sprayer. Okay, bottom you find some more information. This is 100 ml. I think these used to come in 50 and 100 ml. So let's show you the sprayer. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, hopefully you can see the sprayer. Amazing sprayer. Okay, so this fragrance I was, let's say, testing it for some time. How do I keep this without showing myself? Okay, so this fragrance is awesome. Okay, I have few things to say. So there's some confusion. Many people are saying, some reviewers are saying that Ultra Red is relaunched. So I did not say anything on Paco Rabanne's side. So if, let's say, the batch code is showing, if you put in a check fresh, it's showing 2020, it cannot be. As far as I understand, it's most probably the check fresh or check cosmetics every 10 years, they repeat the batch. So basically it's showing that, but it's, I think it's 2010 batch, could be. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is this fragrance most probably is the older version. If you see a reviewer, he's showing a new box, brand new box, perhaps they kept it in a pristine condition, but I don't think it's a new release. But I could be wrong. Nobody is right, nobody's wrong. So as far as I understand, this is not yet relaunched or easily available. Just few batches are coming out, so sellers are finding it for good price, they're buying it. So I think it's selling for $35 now. I think somewhere in Europe, 35 euros, and sellers are selling it like under $50, which is great value. Okay, because I saw Mark's review that time, it was already fetching like pretty penny, like $100 plus. So super rare fragrance. If you find it somewhere, don't wait for it to, like, oh, I'll relax, I'll get it in like some next few months. Get it now. If you want it, get it now, as long as it's available. Okay, let's keep it this way. I think it's better this way. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it this way. There you go. No, damn. Let's keep it this way. Okay, better. So this fragrance has more interesting things. Many people suggest this in Fragrantica. This is similar to, let's tackle the big elephant in the room, Ultra Zest. I'll keep it there and I'll talk about it. Okay. This fragrance has blood orange. When you spray it for the first time, it has blood orange. I'm sorry I took long to start the review. This orange citrus combination, it's not your typical fragrance release nowadays. This fragrance was released way before its time. When it was released, I don't think people understood the concept of it. This is something, if you actually did dig these perfumes like B-Man, okay, it's unusual. Nowadays, if it was released, this would get a lot of love. And if you like fragrances like Ultra Zest, if you do like the orange note that is kind of like a blood orange, definitely this is very sparkly, bright, kind of like orangey opening, which is not same with Ultra Zest. I'll compare it here right now. This is in the opening, nothing like Ultra Zest. So, okay, so people were comparing this with this fragrance, perhaps in dry down. There are some similarities, but it's very unique opening. Definitely unique opening. Really like the sweetness of it, and it does change like over next 5 minutes. It starts going praline, starts going a little bit vanillic, a little bit of balsamic. It becomes more and more chocolatey and not very thick, but it does become sort of like a sweeter perfume, kind of like a coffee, that territory. Very nice, interesting opening. It's very loud in the opening, but it settled down quite nice. Longevity is pretty good on this. I got about 6 to 7 hours. Projection is 1.5 hour, like that. But after that, it will be around you. But you have to go, people have to be like around your, like close circle, like say 1, 2 to 3 feet, they can smell this. Okay. Ideal time to wear it, perhaps mild cold weathers, nighttime when it's breezy, when you're going out for dates, clubbing. This is a kind of fragrance you should definitely check out. Should you buy this as Ultra Zest clone? Not yet. So I would say this fragrance, in the first 1 hour, it's a fragrance of its own. It smells like nothing else I have. Perhaps, you can say that, I have fragrances that has similarity to this, but not exactly same. So on the dry down, this fragrance goes a little bit vanilla. The vanilla caramel, kind of like that combo, or that praline, like rather, that reminds me of Ultra Zest. Is this can replace Ultra Zest because this is way cheaper than this? You can actually get this as a close body of it, not as an entire replacement. Okay, because Ultra Zest is very unique, very thick, and it's very creamsicle. Orange creamsicle is totally different. That opening is just $1 million. So I would not say this is a clone of this, but my brother Michaelis thinks they are similar. In the dry down, there are some elements that smells like Ultra Zest. So that's the comparison. But I would say in the dry down, like 2 hours after that, you get kind of like Ultra Zest vibe, but not as prominent as this. Okay, but let me tell you something more interesting. I'm not done yet, right? So if you do enjoy, I think my brothers recent times are enjoying this. This is Lolita Lempica Green Lover. If you like this one, okay, let's keep it here. If you liked this one, you guys know what that is similar to. There you go, Nishane Ani. I said it. Okay, so if you enjoy this perfume, think of something like in between Ultra Zest, Lolita Lempica Green Lover, Ani, the combination of all that, and you add blood orange to that. This is what you get in this perfume. This is why I'm saying this fragrance was released way before its time. And I think my friend Dr. Jafferi said perhaps Ultra Zest is inspired by this. Okay, this could be just our own analysis, but definitely this one came out way before Ultra Zest. So Ultra Zest could be inspired by this. So should you be getting this? Absolutely, absolute beautiful fragrance. This one did not get the love, doesn't mean it will never get the love. So if it's available in market, let's see if they're releasing it again, this should sell. Okay, it's even nicer than Ultraviolet Man. This is a little bit of unique fragrance. Okay, I think I like it too, but they are both nice in their own ways. So for initial impression, I like it a lot. I really love it, and it's kind of like a beautiful creation. It's synthetic, it's designer. Yes, do not have expectation like niche quality. It's not a hidden gem, that sort of, but It's a nice, plenty nice fragrance. You're gonna really like it if you smell it. Who are not gonna like it? Okay, the other side, let me tell you a little bit. I think people, if you have high expectation, like, oh, I'm gonna expect this one, Ultra Zest from this, and you do not smell the similarity, you might think it's not a worthy fragrance. Okay, do not compare this with this as a replacement. Okay, this on its own, it's a beautiful release. It's an original release. Okay, and second thing, if you are into that territory that you have already entered, oh my god, I am nothing but niche. I do not wear anything but a $300 fragrance. These fragrances are not for you. Okay, I'm noticing a lot of people like that. They are just trashing designers like they're synthetic, cheap, garbage. With all due respect, we do not say like that. Things like that about higher end design niche fragrances. We respect everybody. So if you are kind of like a niche snob, this won't cut it for you. You will find it extremely synthetic. Okay, so those are the two criticism I can see. So yeah, I mean, I love this perfume. I really like it, and I was expecting perhaps a little bit different from this, like when I heard the comparison. But I'm glad to say both these fragrances are worthy being in your collection. Amazing blood orange note. Okay, and the sweetness from it is just nice. Okay, it's not super loud, or it wears very nicely and friendly, so you're not gonna feel like choked or overpowered. Okay, it's not overpowering. Okay, so over longevity and projection, I would give this like I would say 7.5 to 8. Okay, it's not a beastly fragrance, but lasts a long time. Compliment factors, I think you're gonna pick up compliments from it with younger crowd, your group members. Females would love this perfume. Try out the female version of it, Ultra Red for women, but overall versatility is pretty good. It's not gonna really choke anybody in high heat summers. Awesome looking bottle, very rare. So yeah, all those factors make this perfume good, but do not pay $100 for this. Okay, if you find it somewhere, perhaps people are selling $55, $65, good price, but not worth $100 if someone's asking for it. Okay, so thanks, doctor, once again. That's my initial impression on Ultra Red Man by Paco Rabanne. I love this house. Many people don't. I do love this house a lot. I own almost everything from recent times, and I think these two brothers are two bad boys. Two bad boys. Definitely unique presentation and nice fragrances. Okay, so that's all for now. I think I'll just sign out for the day. Have a nice day. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.